And so now we are back in our time, 400 years future from where we left. So now that we've had our fun, it's time to take Luca back home. And on a side note, you may recall that this dude here was looking into accessories and, saying he would buy them. And Marle just happens to have that funky little pendant that caused all the fun in the world. I believe we could still do it now, but we better not. You can talk to him after you pick up Nadia and the pendant, and he will offer to buy the pendant off of you. You can say yes, but it won't actually. He will look at it and go, "Oh no, on second thought I can't purchase such a thing. That's too rare." Again, that if you do that, that gets held against you. And we will abandon the fair for now. But now that we are back home, say hi to Kitty. Okay, Mama's just kind of nonplussed about us bringing the cute girl home. Because, well, it's Mom. But I think before we continue, before we actually abandon the fair, we have 200 silver points. So let's show off the games. I know I'm going to fail one of them horribly, because I will forget which button does what. But we will show off all three of them once. So, the first game for 10 points. We have Biggs, we have Wedge, and we have Piet. Obvious Star Wars reference is obvious. And we have to figure out which one's Wedge. I usually fail this because I'm not tracking Wedge. Let's see, if we win that, we get something for it. That's only the 10-point game, so it's not great. However, the 40-point game is a little bit more important. Left arm, right arm, laugh, and surprise. Surprise. Left, right, laugh, surprise. All we have to do is mimic. It gets increasingly faster. And it's completely random. So you can't memorize any patterns. And then we fail. That's the important one to get right. It's also the most annoying for me, because it goes on a little too long and gets a little too fast. So, this game, we have to throw beanbags at monsters and push them back into the cage. And every now and then we have to touch a button to keep someone from getting lowered into the fire. This one is the easiest to win. And we get a cat for our trouble. So now we have 2 of them. So I believe that leaves us with 70 points. We need to beat the, we've got one more shot. I need to beat the mirror game. I need to do that now. I mean, I can do it later, but I'm here and I might as well do it now. I'm kind of easy on us. Ah! I tried to predict it and failed. Let's go chug some more soda so I can win that, because I kind of want to win that now and get it over with. And Marle will have something to say about this. She calls us competitive. I can't even imagine how bad Chrono really needs to pee right about now. So has everybody kept up with the plot so far? I would imagine that it is not difficult as of this point. And I have to do this anyway. I will have to beat this minigame to actually finish the challenge. I'm not going to spoil the why, but yeah, it's something I'm going to have to do at some point. So I'm going to need the silver points. So it's either this, or fight the robot a million times. I'd rather not fight the robot that many times. Singing robot does not deserve that. But putting Chrono on a liquid diet here, that's perfectly fine. Ha! If I have enough points left, I will beat the other two. Okay, I will try to beat the first one because I'm not very good at tracking Wedge. You'd think I would be, but I'm not. If nothing else, I'd just like to say, hey, I've beaten all 3 games. You know, I hope that soda at least tastes good. Although after drinking, you know, what looks like 96 ounces about 40 or so times, I'd imagine it didn't matter how it tastes on this at that point. But we can play and beat the 80-point game again to get a different prize. That now it will just repeat the second prize it hands us, which is cat food. Okay, full card. think after a while, if you do this enough time, it actually does start to give you a little bit more leeway. There we go. I never have to play that again. I could play it. And now we get what they call the Doppeldoll. So let's see if we can beat the 10-point game now. Gotta remember, it's Wedge. Biggs. Wedge. And Piet. There we go. So for our house, we get a little Piezo doll, which doesn't do a whole lot, but it will change music for us in the room. Dang it. And now we've had cats. Now we've just won the cat food. Gets delivered to Chrono's house because we have 2 cats. And, well, they'll run away if you don't feed them, but if you get enough cat food, they will start to have more cats. I will leave it to your imagination as to exactly how the new cats show up. It's a heck of a fair where you can win cats and cat food. See, there's our new cat. Now that we've done that, we have this, which can change the music to this tune. It's pretty much all it does. And this lets us pose a Chrono doll. So you can go for surprised, you can go for excited, you can go for I'm not sure what pose that's supposed to be, and you can go for the contemplative look. Let's leave that here so Mom will be surprised by it every time she comes up. So Mom, got anything to add to this? We've had a hell of a day. No? Okay. So let's go do what we're supposed to do. Which is get into fights. Because, of course, yeah, we did not steal an old man's lunch. We did not do that. We behaved ourselves, for the most part. And we are a little stronger than the monsters here. Because this place is designed so that you can come in straight at the start of the game as Chrono and survive. Having a slightly leveled up Chrono going through here is kind of overkill in and of itself, but then you throw in Marle, and you have some fairly easy fights. But you can do that and cheese them out, you know. There we go. We left an old man's lunch alone. That's important. It actually is important. I'm not being nearly as sarcastic or just the like as you may think there. That's actually an important thing to not do. The open glade ahead, which has a mysteriously sealed chest. So now we show up, and these guys have more like jumpsuits. Instead of the old, instead of the old plate armor and such. It looks like they just have jumpsuits. And so this chancellor comes and gets Nadia. And they immediately blame Chrono for kidnapping the princess. Which, if you recall, the earlier kidnapping the queen got them to institute harsher penalties for attacking the royal family. So yeah, we kind of had a hand in our own trial here. And that's a lot of guards. And of course, because she's the princess, they all bow to her. They immediately just gang up and cold cock him. So welcome to the trial! So yeah, we have Chancellor as prosecutor, and we get some poor, lowly public defender named Pierre to be our defense. And the Chancellor doesn't mince too many words. What's his fate? To burn at the stake, feel the tickler, or just hang upside down? Or employ the guillotine? So yeah, they have instituted a trial by jury system. So, we are on trial for basically kidnapping the princess, as I've said. So, all those things I mentioned where we were trying to be on our best behavior, yeah, they're about to be dragged out in front of us right now. And if we had done things like eating the old man's lunch, or if we had tried to sell the pendant, or we had tried to hurry Marle up while she was choosing candy, or we didn't go get the little girl's kitty cat, all those would kind of count against us. So anyway. So Pierre's going for the gambit that he didn't try to kidnap her, she wanted to go with him. Yeah, the princess wanted to join Chrono. But sadly, the thing is, here, who was responsible for initiating contact? And that's why I spent so long watching Marle kind of run back and forth around me. You can say Marle was, but you'd be lying. And lying is bad here. So yeah, after that, basically, you know, he's sitting there pointing fingers and saying, well, she disappeared, so what else could it be? So we're going to get witnesses that will vouch for our good character. Most notably, the girl with the kitty cat. And Pierre's less than convinced himself. And he's like, why would he kidnap her? He didn't appear to have any motive. Although he's going to call us greedy. And her fortune tempted us, did it not? And in this case, we can literally say no, because we didn't go get the pendant until she mentioned it. And if we had gone to pick up the pendant before we talked to her while she was looking around for it, or we had tried to sell the pendant to Melchior, which is the old dude standing there, he has a name, it will come up later. Yeah, he would say, he would sit there and call an objection to this and yell in our face about how we tried to sell the pendant. So the members of the jury are going to come out, and if I read it right, we should have everyone in the jury say not guilty, but there's always a chance that what I read was incorrect, and we'll still have one guy that goes over there and proclaims us guilty. And if we had stolen the old man's lunch, the chancellor would have brought it up right there too. So that's 3 out of the 5. I think it's 5. Six. Seven. 7 out of 7 not guilty. A pure run of innocent. Yeah, talking to the girl indeed sets a flag that, basically means you can't, if you talk to the girl before you get her kitty, it basically sets one of them to automatically find you guilty. Go figure. Notice we have fully beaten the trial. We have 100% cleared it. Very much not guilty. But yeah, even if he didn't kidnap the princess, he still helped her run. So he gets to spend 3 days in solitary. Yes, really. Yes, really. And the king is still not very happy with his daughter for running away. Yeah, since she did not do what he asked, he's more than happy to help to let her little abductor, well, not abductor because he's innocent of that, rot in a cell for a few days. However, if you do not believe that the Chancellor is a spiteful and bitter old man, let's prove that to you real quick, shall we? The Chancellor is indeed spiteful and bitter. And says this man is seditious who meant to overthrow our kingdom because, well, intercoms aren't a thing yet. And Chancellor says he has been found guilty by trial. Trust him to your care. Which means that this guy kicks us in the back. And the Chancellor calls for our execution in 3 days. Yes, so he's lying. And the warden says he doesn't remember anything about an execution. And the Chancellor says, it's just been a delay. Or are you questioning my authority? Which the warden immediately backs down. And because guards are guards, they knock Chrono out to take him to his cell. And everybody in the jail believes he's actually a murderer, or attempted murderer. But now we're sitting here in a cell with the save point and a pack. A sympathizer from the trial brought that for us. And now we have 2 days until our execution. And got 6 ethers for our trouble. So I can pause it so I can talk because, well, the days are going to just kind of fly by. Basically, if you get a guilty verdict in trial, the exact same thing happens, only you don't get the 6 ethers. So, yeah, kind of worth it to get the not guilty verdict. But basically, you end up in here the same either way. But we get a little cup. Our meal is liquid diet again. I'm sure Chrono is all types happy about that. And so the days are going by. I'm going to save it. And then we may run a bit long, but I want to see if I can at least get through the next bit before we end the stream. The Chancellor's a fiend? Well, what could ever give you that idea? There's nothing to suggest that could be the case. And now the execution day has arrived. Even though we are plainly innocent of any wrongdoing, my innocent voice needs work. I don't have one. I would have to have one for it to need work. Oh look, there's a poor guy on a guillotine as we walk by here. One hell of a fate for a guy who saved the princess and a queen in a previous time. Thankfully, Luca's here to save us. Who just kind of tells the guard you're sort of in the way, before pulling out a stun gun. The Zonker 38. Yeah, don't want to stick around too long. Let's go. Except you forget Chrono is a silent protagonist. He doesn't get last words. Come on. Got some bronze armor. And now, because we saw what a kangaroo court we faced was. Come on. So we're gonna free this dude. Yeah, he's the son of the guy that runs the market in Truce. Although he's not going to stick around long enough to tell us what got him thrown in the guillotine. We can pretty much deduce that it might not be exactly legitimate, based on, well, what we went through. And from these guards, the unconscious ones, you can lift a mid-potion. Now you notice how that one's turning back and forth? If we time it right, we can do this. And grab a mid-potion from him. If we did not time that right, we would just have to fight him. So let's go get this map uncovered real quick. So yeah, there are, if I'm not mistaken, if you really feel like doing it, I believe you can get nearly unlimited mid-potions this way. Of course, there are some you're going to have to fight. Luckily, they are not the toughest enemies around, but they are still there. But we got a lot of ground to cover. Because, oh yeah, that's a spooky ghost is going to take over that dead guard or whoever it is. And we have a skeleton to fight now. Easily dispatched. I'm going to see if I can get all the treasure from this place. I don't remember all the paths, and that door only opens halfway, so we're going to have to take advantage of that hole in the back if we want to get the treasure. And let's see if I can position this just right. Because you can run right between them like that. If you position yourself just so. If you touch them, on the other hand... Nope, can't get in there either. If you do touch them, you will have to fight them, and they're kind of annoying to fight. Because they have periods of invulnerability during their fight, because they're hidden behind a giant iron shield. So I'd rather do as little fighting here as possible. No big potion? Aww. But we can rob the treasury. And getting out of here leaves us with this dude. Who hits kind of hard. If he hits. Luckily, he is really clumsy with that mace. And instead of beating him, he gets beaten within an inch of his life and realizes they don't pay the guards enough to die. He's a smart one. Now we wipe this out. Jailbreak. Yeah. Slightly off to the right. You can only attack them when they peek out from their shield like that. Luckily, once they do, they have, like, no hit points to deal with. Okay, let's see. I don't believe anything was over this way. Ah, got too close. And more of those masked dudes. Free shelter's good. And poor dude's nothing but a skeleton. We were too late to save him. There we go. That's the way out. And doing that is not what we're after yet. Nothing here. Whatever. Climb in here, get this chest. Drop down the hole. Get these two chests. Which have a silver sword and a bunch of money. And the silver sword is exactly like the one that was being sold at the fair that we passed up. Still haven't found a better weapon for you, huh? Oh well. I do believe that's pretty much everything. So now we can get out of here. Assuming I can actually get to the right spot here. So we've managed to get up to this part. So let's see, we are not really damaged at all. Let's just save. We got a note, classified document that we will read. The Dragon Tank Design Specifications. The head is equipped with the capacity to repair damage to the body. The head has been enhanced with a shield that will not let lightning and fire to damage it, but attacks with weapons such as swords and pistols. Funny enough about that. In short, your tank should be effectively invincible, provided no crazed lunatic gets a bright idea to run up and try to hack away its head with the sword. Gee, I wonder what we can do about that. And this guy has like 5 mid potions on him. So on this skinny little tiny bridge, somebody gets the idea that the dragon tank needs to be used. Okay, this is smart. This is fine. Led by the chancellor. So if you attack anything else, it's just going to get healed. And you're never going to actually break through. So you just sit there and wail away. Or you can do Cyclone. Which actually does a good... Which actually hits everything, but, you know. And then it tries to flatten us. Okay. First, you're gonna heal him, so we can keep wailing away on the head. That's done. No more healing for you. Another potion for Luca. Wheel storing energy. Luckily, that doesn't do devastating levels of damage. It does enough. Don't get me wrong. Ow. I think its attacks have sped up. And now it's dead. Which means Chrono's just going to run up and stab the thing with a sword in the body. I love that face of the Chancellor. I'd jump if I could. Yep, we'll just have to try to plow through. Funny, it seems like you just said those exact words wearing that exact same getup in that exact same place not too long ago. Yeah, the Chancellor just took the innocent verdict and tried to kill Chrono. I think she's doing the right thing here. So, daddy-daughter fight. And now she's leaving. Tears off her dress to reveal her normal, well, normal for what we know her as, outfits. Grabs Chrono and Luca, and bails. Now, the game kind of prods us that we need to go this way. And the thing is, we can stay here. We can't move past them. But they're not really actually going to block us in or anything like that, beyond not letting us go to the left. They'll follow us, but, you know, there's no actual real hurry despite the shot of crisis music showing up. So, we go this way. Look, it's a gate! As Shikenda has a point, the guards are closing in, and Chrono is standing there in his contemplative pose. So, we have two choices. One, get grabbed by the guards. That really pose no threat, but they will eventually, I would imagine, get tired of just standing there. Or two, dive into the gate to get away. Guess which one we're doing? And get ready for the best face again. So yeah, they're just going to stand there and watch as we do this. So long, suckers! Best face! Right there. I love that face. That is an amazing face. Who's playing the Chancellor? I'd have to go look again. I would have to go look again. But I believe it's the same guy that was playing Flowey in Undertale the Musical. I believe he's playing the Chancellor. I know he's playing Ozzy. I'm going to go look, because we're pretty much at a good stopping spot here. Yeah, I was correct. It is the guy that was playing Flowey. His name is Alex Rybitsky. He was also playing Ozzy, so, you know. So anyway, we are somewhere else now, somewhere in a place of metal walls. Ugly metal walls. And no music. Now see, we can jump right back into the portal. And go right back to where we came. Where we came from. Looks nice and quiet there, doesn't it? Maybe we've given him the slip. Let's go. Or not. And the game will let you jump right back in the portal. And drop you off here. Back in the world of no music. Where the place looks kinda ruined. Place looks very ruined. Well, let's go back into Bangor Dome here. Actually, we need to go outside, don't we? Yeah, the super strict laws seem to cause a lot of problems. We don't know where or... Well, with this game, we know kind of where we should be. We should be just outside where the castle used to be. In the forest. But, there's no forest here. Just a dome. But I think this marks a pretty decent spot to take a break and pick it up again next week. Also lightning. And perpetual what looks like ash storms outside. But I think this marks a pretty good stopping spot. Next time when we pick up, we're going to explore this strange new world that should be our world, but in a different time. And find out exactly when we are. So anyway, yeah. Next Saturday, we will be back to break me some more with more Higurashi When They Cry. And next Sunday, we will continue on as I continue on in the Chrono Trigger Holiday Challenge. Should be fun. Should be fun. Anyway, take care, folks. And we'll see you back again next weekend. In the meantime, I can't do any grinding or anything like this in the middle, so don't expect any streams of me sitting here grinding against enemies or grinding silver points or what have you to get more cat food. Yeah. But I will see you again Saturday. If you're here. It'd be kind of difficult otherwise. But anyway. Take care, folks. I'm going to kick the music back on with a very appropriate song. And I will see you later.
Chrono. Good morning, Chrono. Come on, sleepyhead, get up. Dear me, I had forgotten how beautiful Lean's bell sounds.
Bell? Oh, yeah, the fair.
You were so excited about the Millennial Fair that you didn't sleep well, did you? Well, you better not let that giddiness get you into any trouble. I want you to behave yourself today.
Mom...
Come on now, out of bed with you.
I'm up.
Finally. By the way, you're going to go see Luca's new invention at the fair, aren't you?
Of course I am, Mom.
She needs a friend like you, you know. Run along now, and be back before dinner. Every day it feels like life's begun. This will be a special one. Go out and make someone's day. Every day you make mine by being my son. We may not know what the world has planned, but we'll face it if we can. Oh, my precious boy, fill the world with joy and grow up to be a charming man. And soon when you see my place in history, please remember
stays the same? Will history remember me, or will ever learn my name? I know somewhere a new life's out there, if I just go and stake my claim. And today I will change the game.
We'll be back soon, Mom. If you say so, dear.
Don't worry, Lara, honey. We'll bring back Fabienne for you.
That's very nice. Have fun at the fair. Wake up early to a brand new start. Today I follow my heart. Life gets better every day. I'll be on my way. Now I get to play a new part.